The government's spending watchdog has taken a swing at the cost of living payment, saying he has a number of concerns.
It comes ahead of the second instalment of the payment on Thursday, and this time there'll be screening tests to weed out ineligible Kiwis, like those living overseas. Here's political reporter Amelia Wade.
On Thursday, more than 1 million Kiwis will wake up $116 richer. Among them, these Onehunga locals.
The price of food's really expensive, and you know that's what you need. It's very generous of Jacinda to give us this money.
I'll probably buy a hop card, but I already have 3 of those.
But once bitten by tales of ineligible Kiwis overseas getting paid, the government's twice shy. This time it is IRD cross-referencing IP addresses and non-resident tax returns.
They've switched the onus, though, so that those who may not be eligible are removed and will have to seek to come back in.
That screening has found of the roughly 1.4 million Kiwis who received the first payment, about 31,000 of them could be living overseas, i.e. ineligible. That's about $3.6 million worth of payments.
If we were to do it again, would we have these screens in place from the start? Yes, we would.
And it's figures like that which have the government spending watchdog, the Auditor-General John Ryan, concerned. In a new report on the payment, he says speed and expediency were prioritised over certainty and accuracy. And there was a lack of clarity about what present in New Zealand means. Using a physical address as a proxy for being present in New Zealand is problematic. And Inland Revenue does not know and may never know how many ineligible people might have got the payment.
Are you concerned that you'll never know how many ineligible people received it?
No, I'm not.
The government needs to front up and take responsibility to apologise for its misuse of taxpayers' funding.
The Revenue Minister says today's changes aren't a reaction to the Auditor-General's report, but the government tidying up after itself.
How many ineligible people will receive the payment this time?
Well, we'll never know.
And you still can't be certain that a dead person isn't going to get the payment?
I can't, and I would be surprised if by the end of this, one of the 2 million people who are getting this payment hasn't died.
Death, as the saying goes, is one of life's certainties, and yet, apparently unknown to the other, the tax department.
Kia ora, Amelia. Well, what's the government's excuse for not screening properly in the first place?
Yeah, the government says because we're in a cost of living crisis and so many Kiwis were and are doing it tough, they had to funnel the cash out the door fast. And having 2.1 million Kiwis apply for the payment would actually cost more and take longer. But they're also clearly bruised from the PR disaster from the first payment. So this time round, they're willing to accept that some people who are deserving will need to apply for that payment. They're also clearly braced for Thursday when it becomes inevitable that some ineligible Kiwis will also wake up $116 richer.
Amelia Wade live from Parliament. Tēnā koe.